Thank you all so much for the amazing response to part 1. Apparently you really enjoyed it, so part 2 I would suggest is going to be even more enjoyable. Stay tuned. Now day 3 here in Poland, and the boys are putting on their gear. We got up early this morning. It's now about 5:30. We got up early to avoid the worst of the heat because it's supposed to be very warm today. What's the temperature forecasted for today? 33 degrees. So that's going to be quite warm. So we're going to take a break midday and then fish again in the evening. That's the plan anyway. The wading here is anything but easy. It's all rocks, as you can see here. And we've taken very gentle steps and the current is quite swift. So again, same procedure here. I'm just looking for little flat areas in among the really fast water and hoping that there's a fish in there. Fishing my polka ball streamer again. Come on, Shane. Hold on. Good man, Shane. Bit of success. Polka ball strikes again. This is a really big fish. Fishing in 31 degrees. Whoa, look at this. Wow, that's the best fish so far. Oh, what a fish! Massive. Whew. Ooh. Hold on, fella. Well, I can't even put my hand around him. Look at that. Absolutely beautiful. Another nice fish on here. Got him out from under a tree. Ah! Gone! Today is our last day here in Poland, and it's approximately 6 o'clock in the morning. We got up at 5 o'clock because the heat in the daytime is difficult to suffer, to tell you the truth. We're talking about anything up to 35 degrees today, so we'll probably fish this morning while it remains some bit cool, and then we'll take a siesta and possibly fish again this evening. I'm just trying the streamer here again. Stunning, beautiful landscape here. Absolutely fantastic. Beautiful river. Sort of reminiscent of when I was in Canada fishing in British Columbia. It's similar. The river is actually quite similar. It's a good fish, yeah. Oh, it'll be a while with this fella, I reckon. Huh? Stand where you are a second, Shane. Oh,
lovely fish, dog.
Gorgeous, isn't he?
Lovely fish, well done.
Beauty. What weight would you put him at?
He's a solid fucking tree anyway.
Oh, he is, and all the rest of it, I'd say.
Yeah, he's thick and chunky.
Savage fish.
Feel the nest, the way
Savage fish. Beautiful. Just hold that there. Right, and I can see. Right, here we go. Whoa, wow, he's powerful. Strong. Try and hold him in my hands, it won't be easy. I'll just throw that out there. Now, your thumb is, yeah, you're fine.
I know, yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, it's gone.
Now, after catching that beautiful fish, Shane is having a go with my streamer rod. He might have had a partner up there, Shane, you know. Up there where I kind of threw it up at an angle, if you like. That's a lot heavier than what you've been using up to date, isn't it? Dahi is up there in front of me. He's fishing the old traditional down on the cross wet fly method. Now, I haven't seen him catch any fish up to now, but he did catch some fish yesterday evening on traditional wet fly methods. Oh. Seriously strong fish. They must be so strong from fighting this really heavy current all the time. They're balls of muscle. Gorgeous, eh? Oh boy. Because the current is so fast, I'm trying to pick out little places like you see just here, where there's a small bit of, we call it relief from the really fast water, and just throwing the streamer in there and hoping that there's a fish in there and that he's in the mood for food. Not on this occasion, apparently. Oh yeah. Lump. Gorgeous fish. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? The red spots. Oh boy. Back home. So now, after our siesta, we're heading back to the river. Myself and Shane are going on this stretch here. The other two boys are further upstream. We won't see them till later on when it gets dark. So this is an evening session. Like I said, it's our last session, so here's hoping that we have a little success. on another one of these lads, and oh, off he goes again. Don't know what they are. Trout on dry fly. Oh yes. Lovely trout on dry fly. Beauty. Now let's get the fly out of him. Okay fella, hang on, hang on. Yeah. Off he goes. I dropped the rod into the river, everything. Anyway, great to get a trout on dry fly. Right folks, we're back from the last evening's fishing, and gonna have a little chat with the lads and see what they thought of the trip in general. Just by the way, just to show you where we're staying, the guy that rented this place to us is a hunter, and he has skulls and heads of all breeds of deer all the way up and down the stairs. Here's the boys now. You've all the beer finished, have you lads?
No beer.
I'll start here with Dahi. Dahi, what did you think of the river?
I think of the river.
Yeah, the river itself, what's your opinion of it?
I think first of all, I suppose I really enjoyed the whole trip. It was fantastic. Enjoyment, fun. We had difficult conditions with the weather. The weather ranging from 28 to 35, 36 degrees, which through the kibosh and the midday fishing, and you know, so we were early mornings and late evenings. The national Polish competition was last weekend on our section of the river, which obviously was very, very heavily fished. So what it did do, from my opinion, was it made it very challenging fishing, but we had to rise to the challenge. We had to use different tactics and come up with, well, for me, 4 different methods of fishing, where some days were pretty good, some days were mediocre, and it was a challenge, but an enjoyable one, overall very enjoyable. And I have to say, I'd come back. I would come back. Yeah.
Would you?
I think the consensus amongst us is if the competition wasn't last weekend, we would have had a far better fishing.
Yeah, because a lot of the fish would have been caught during when they had
probably
that
multiple
competition.
times even. Yeah. So. No, I have to say I enjoyed it. The whole thing was really enjoyable, and plus got the opportunity to practice different
techniques
methods.
and that,
So overall, it was. I definitely will come back. Yeah.
Good. What about you, Shane? What do you think?
As a river, scenic nature, I would probably say I've never been anywhere that looked as scenic, as picturesque as what it is.
Beautiful place, alright.
As a river fishing wise, as Dave he just said there as well, so the Polish National Championship was on, 120 anglers were fishing this. They hammered the heck out of the river, so obviously the river was very, very challenging from all aspects of how to read the river, the way you would read at home to a traditional river, just went out the window because the fish weren't sitting where you'd expect them to sit. Also, like Davey said there as well, like it just made you think differently, how you approach certain bodies of water. It's something that we would have to revisit, making sure that there's no competition going on, because we've seen the size of the fish that are in that river.
Yeah, the potential,
And if you got a good week there, if you're just looking for 3 or 4 of those type of fish in a week, you're not asking for every fish, every cast, like, you know. But positive and negative at the same time.
But you'd come back again, given
different
circumstances.
Yeah, to give it a real go.
Yeah.
Because we have done our researches. I know we put a lot of research in beforehand about where to go, but you can't get that real research until you have feet in the ground here. Which we've done, and also at the same time local knowledge, asking local tackle shops about stretches of water, probing them, getting more friendly with them. They're going to give you more information.
Yeah.
Buying more products off them, like, of course. You know. So that helped an awful lot. So you know you're kind of 2 steps. You have that 2 steps ahead next time. You know where to go.
Yeah.
You're not testing or trying out other beats of water that you may not have fish.
Right.
And yeah.
Yeah, good trip overall, you'd say.
Oh yeah. Good trip, good company, good weather, good food,
good 7-Up.
Yeah.
Sean, can you move just slightly left there because I have the light shining down on top of you?
Yeah, overall I thought it was a good trip. As the boy said, the fishing was challenging.
Yeah.
As Davey said, got fish in all methods, but hard to get the good fish.
Yeah.
That's one thing I learned. Like, if you got a good fish, you earned them. Like,
Yeah.
Like, you really earned the good fish.
Yeah,
like,
absolutely,
you absolutely did earn them. Like,
Yeah.
I found the wading absolutely treacherous in the river.
Yeah.
The current is something else in it.
Yeah.
But overall, an enjoyable trip, and I would come back as well.
Right.
Yeah.
Well done, Sean. Now, Sean, if you'd hold that and just hold me in the middle there.
Yeah.
From my point of view, it was a great experience overall and great company with the 3 lads. We had mighty crack, and the fishing was really challenging. It's really, really tough. And what I found particularly difficult, being that I'm no longer a spring chicken, was the wading. Sean mentioned it there. It was absolutely treacherous. And there was huge parts of the river that I wouldn't even attempt to fish. I might have done maybe 20 years ago when I was a bit more sure-footed, but now I just wouldn't have the feet for it, and I got into a bit of bother there at one stage, and I had to avail of Shane to get me back standing up. So rivers like this are really, really challenging, and the fish are very difficult to catch. And we're all experienced anglers, all 4 of us, and we worked hard to catch what we caught. I don't know the numbers, but any of the fish were really quality fish as well. Any of the trout we caught were super strong, irrespective of their size. They were just enormously strong. I'd say they're even stronger than the fish that I normally catch in the shore. I'm putting it down to the really, really fast current, which Sean also mentioned. And that fast current is extremely dangerous. Even just that knee deep could almost take you away. So there must be a really steep gradient or something, I reckon, in the river. So when I come back, absolutely. We only learned after we were here a couple of days that there'd been some of the lads mentioned it there, that there'd been a competition, and we've had some of the top anglers in Poland fishing that river. I don't know over what period of time, but they would have caught a lot of fish, and of course the fish would have been wary and all the rest of it. But we managed to catch some very, very nice fish. I caught 2 fish. The 2 biggest fish I caught, one of them was definitely 3.5 and the other was around 4 pounds weight, so they're good fish by any standard. And all over a very, very satisfying experience. And yeah, I'd come back, but we'd probably... Right, Sean, if you just hold that there and get me in there. While I was recording that last piece, the camera only allows a certain amount of recording, so if I repeat something, that's just the way it is. Just basically to reiterate, it was a fantastic trip, difficult conditions, very tough fishing. We did very well at all to catch fish at the rate we did. It was a struggle a lot at the time, and of course we were dealing with that weather. If I had that weather at home, 35 degrees, I wouldn't attempt to go fishing, but we were kind of forced into a corner in a sense. We had no choice but to go fishing, and it was very, very, very difficult. So it'd be interesting to see what this place and this river might be like if we had, we'll call it normal conditions, because 35 degrees is extreme weather in any country, and Poland apparently doesn't generally get this kind of heat either. So that's it, folks. I just want to briefly go back to a couple of the lads here. They want to talk about something that well, I mean, I'll let Dahi here introduce it, and then I'll move you over to Shane. Now, Dahi,
I want to take the opportunity to congratulate Sean and the Irish team with a fantastic and historic win in the hosted by Mallow Club, which Mallow Trout Anglers, with the aid of Mallow Salmon and Lumberstone Salmon Anglers as well. And overall, the committee, everyone involved, people who came out to help steward, fantastic. Like just
And
shows
what
the
was it
support.
they actually won?
It was the international
Home
nations. Yeah. So like Wales, England, Scotland, and Ireland.
Excellent.
And Sean is captain as a club member and also involved as secretary of the Mallet Anglers. It's really a great achievement, and we couldn't but mention this as an accolade to him and his team. Who like I know some of the boys on the team, fantastic people and fantastic anglers, and always trying to promote fishing and promote. Sean, another thing I have to say is promoting youth, helping youth, teaching in the off season, fly tying to youth. Including my own children, fantastic and a great proponent for trout angling, salmon angling, and people in our sport. I think it's fantastic, and couldn't miss this opportunity to give him and also Shane as secretary to the Mallet Trout Anglers did a huge amount of work in the background, and as I said in the conversation with Sean tonight and the bank of the river, he's been a great asset to Mallet Trout. I myself was involved in Mallet Salmon club for a number of years, and I think Shane and Sean's work there now again is fantastic, and I couldn't miss this opportunity to congratulate them and thank them for their work. As you know, we all know we have to support this sport because it's dying on its legs, and help the rivers and get on to all the politicians to ensure that they're aware of the predicament that the sport is in because of the multiple difficulties for trout, for salmon. It's heartbreaking in lots of ways. But we have great people involved and it's done great work behind the scenes. So just wanted to mention that.
No bother. Good man, Dahi. Thanks very much. And I'd just like to thank Shane for arranging this trip. I was kind of being led around by the hand because I'm at that age now. I probably won't be like that. And you're doing all the driving and all the arranging of all the tickets and all the transport and all the rest of it. So many thanks for that, Shane. And
No problem.
You had a few words to say about the competition, didn't you?
Yeah, I suppose Davey put everything there, but put in perspective as well. It wasn't just me that was involved. Sean that was involved. Our chairman John Ruby and Karen Fitzgerald, our treasurer, put an awful lot of work into this. I know that John was on the phone, left, right and centre, coming up to the competition, getting stuff ready, getting things in place. So just, and also other club officers and committee members also involved. And again, it's a great achievement by Sean. It's nothing to be sneered at. Top 5 all anglers were Irish: Darius, Andrew, Mark Sloan, Kieran Riley. They all fished out of their skin. And they put the effort and time into it. That's what wins competition.
And they got the result. That's about the size of it. Well done, Sean. Fair play to you.
Thank you.
Good man.
Thank you.
So that's it, folks. Thanks very much. Hope you enjoyed watching the video. If you did, please click the like button, which helps the channel. If you're not already a subscriber to the channel, please consider subscribing. And Owen Ilig on shot on Cahara a Gwyn, the Cahara Trur Corkiach agus Tiberdán I go bháin, Mehian. Agus, be me a kaint rísliv an céad or ele.
Cartagena.